Today we will be walking you through the Saviynt to ACF2 integration using IDMWorks LDAP gateway. As you can see in the architecture diagram, we have three different components: Saviynt, IDMWorks LDAP gateway, and ACF2. At Saviynt side, we need to configure the LDAP connector, which uses the standard LDAP v3 protocol to communicate to IDMWorks LDAP gateway. And the IDMWorks LDAP gateway will communicate to ACF2 mainframe system using Pioneer, Agent, or Voyager. Pioneer is used mainly for provisioning, and the Voyager agent will be mainly used for reconciliation. You can onboard the ACF2 application to Saviynt using our application onboarding framework powered by Saviynt Exchange. You can download the application by clicking on Browse App Marketplace, which connects to Saviynt Exchange. Once you download the application, it will start showing up in the Add Application list, where you can click on Create button and start configuring the application. In the step 1, you need to fill out the application name and the description. And in the step 2, it will ask you to select the features. And at this last step, it will ask you the prerequisites which will be used to build out the connector, such as host name and domain details. Once you complete the prerequisites, you can click on Next button so that the application will get onboarded successfully. Now the application has been onboarded. The connector is also built out automatically as part of the framework. It is rapid onboarding. As you can see, there is a connector for ACF to build out using all the prerequisites details like even that username and the URL construct has been defined, and the search filters. As you can see, there is an account attribute which is already built out, and the JSONs are already built out, like create account JSON, enable account name rule, so the connector and all endpoint secure system is already built out, so you can go ahead and run the job. Once the job been completed, all the data will be pulled into the security system at the endpoint. So the security system and endpoint will have been already built out. And as you can see, all the ACF2 IDs have been brought in, and all the additional attributes regards to ACF2 IDs will also be reconciled. Now let's request a brand new account for one of the users using our ARS module. So let's use the request access for others. And for George Jackson, let's request an ACF2 ID. As you can see, there is no ACF2 application access for him. So we are requesting an ACF2 application access for George Jackson. So a request ID will be created for the brand new ID for George Jackson, as you can see in the screen. As you can see, there is a pending task created for Jerry Jackson, so George Jackson, for the brand new account for the ACF2 application. And we will run a provisioning job, which will make an LDAP call to IDMWorks LDAP gateway, and which in turn creates an ID in the ACF2 mainframe system. Now the provisioning job has been completed. Let's see if the user is created at the ACF2 side. We are listing this George Jackson MPSC is a username, and as you can see, it's been already created in the ACF2 side, and it's been get listed. And we will try to log in using this George Jackson username to ACF2 mainframe application. Yeah. So it's asking for the password. We can also set the password using our password policies from the Saviynt side. So, yeah, as you can see, the user is able to log in, which was created from the Saviynt side. Let's go the removal of the ACF2 ID from the Saviynt side. We will take the same user, the George Jackson, and we'll remove his ID from the ACF2 by requesting it from the ARS model. As you can see, he already has an account. Now we will disable that ID to the ACF2 from Saviynt side. We are requesting for a disabled account request, and as you can see, the request has been generated at the Saviynt side. As you can see, there is a disable account task which has been created for George Jackson for the ACF2 application, which is in pending state, and we need to run a provisioning job to push that to ACF2 side. So once the user has been disabled at Saviynt side, at the ACF2 application, we are trying to list this particular user, which is George Jackson. And as you can see the screen, there is an account status which has been set to suspended or suspended status. So that means that account has been suspended successfully from the Saviynt side to ACF2, and also in the IDMWorks IdentityForge directory, you can see that the suspended has been set to 1. That means the account has been successfully suspended at the ACF2. That's the integration around the ACF2. Thank you.